vlog already or not, but I don't think I did, so welcome. I just got done getting a haircut. It looks cute. I probably took off like 2 or 3 inches. I need a little bit of like texture spray because I feel like it's a little bit staticky right now, but I basically just cut it a little shorter, added layers. Now I'm getting a little snack. We have some avocado toast, of course, and then I also got a winter matcha. I don't know what's wintry about it. I think it just has like cinnamon in it. It's also so bright outside. I feel like I say this a lot and then I probably cut it out because I'm always like, I don't know if it looks good, but I literally like can't see the screen of the camera, so I don't know what's going on. I also got a donut. I usually get one for the girls. Excuse me today. I went to Pilates earlier, if I didn't just say that. I swear my short-term memory loss is like actually concerning. It genuinely worries me and I don't know what to do about it. Today we're doing a little car chat. I posted a TikTok video. I usually do a lot of Q&As like over on TikTok. I try to do one like every Sunday, or maybe not every Sunday, but like most Sundays. Okay, this toast, she's thick. She's thick, but she's a little floppy in the middle, which isn't always the best, but she's seasoned well. I actually kind of hate when people say she for stuff that's like inanimate objects. I don't know why I just did that, but what do we have to talk about today? All I really want to do is just eat this donut. It's a churro donut and it's so good. A lot of sugar. I was talking about Q&As on TikTok. I posted a video today that was talking, actually no, what did I do? I'm losing my mind a little, guys. I don't know what I've been doing. I get a lot of questions about like dating and dating as like a single mom or whatever. So I posted a video today and said I was gonna make a vlog about this because I'm stressed. I am a child of divorce, but my parents got divorced when I was like 20, I think, or like 19. Like I was married and out of the house. So I didn't grow up with like a step parent in my home. I didn't grow up with divorced parents. They should have been divorced much earlier, but I really don't have like a lived experience of being a child of divorce. So I do find it helpful to kind of talk about it a little bit online just because my kids are so little. Basically just to get like feedback or opinions or like hear people's experiences with growing up with divorced parents, especially people whose parents got divorced when they were really young, because I don't really feel like I go through let me think if this is a true statement before I say it. Actually, I was gonna say I don't feel like I go through a lot of stuff that I like don't feel like I know how to navigate. I don't know if that's true or if I just think if I'm just a know-it-all and think I like know everything about what I'm doing, but this is obviously concerning to me to make sure that I do not traumatize my children as we move into this new chapter of life. There's obviously been a lot of like big life changes, and I really don't talk a lot about like my divorce and my kids because I don't want to, like, for their privacy, but this is more from the perspective of like as a mom, like how do I navigate dating and different things like that, because I just don't know. And up until a couple months ago, I was so dead set on like I will never look at another, specifically will never look at another man again, but mostly I just was not interested in dating at all. And now I'm like, wait, it's kind of fun. Basically, this is just my stream of consciousness. We're just having a little car chat. I don't know how to navigate something like this. I really don't. When you need a little help, you know who you can call? A therapist. And thankfully, BetterHelp is sponsoring today's video. I actually have therapy tomorrow. I recently decided to discontinue couples therapy. I'm just ready to feel like I'm like making progress in therapy, growing and healing and doing all the things that therapy is supposed to be doing. There's been so many changes in my life in the last few years and just a lot of really hard things to go through. I was talking to someone the other day and they were explaining their experience with therapy, like doing their own therapy, and that they felt like they just had a big wad of like struggles and problems that they handed to their therapist and were like, here, help me. Piece by piece, they just like went through and worked things out, got it all figured out, and now they feel so much better. So I'm hoping that that's how I can feel after doing individual therapy. I've done individual therapy before and it did help, but for the last like little bit, it has been couples therapy and now it is singles therapy. So looking forward to that, looking forward to just actually feeling like I'm learning about myself or like why I am the way that I am. Like it's been very interesting, kind of just going on a tangent now, but like it's been really interesting as I am like dating. I feel like my brain won't let me call it that. I think I'm just in denial because I've like never done that before ever and I was so dead set on not doing it. But anyways, it's been very interesting to just learn things about myself from those experiences, and so I feel like now going into my own individual therapy, I have a lot of questions and I'm like, please enlighten me on like, how did I get this way? Why am I the way that I am? Like, how do I handle these certain things? How do I navigate certain things? There's just a lot going on in my life. BetterHelp is also all online, which is great. That's always how I do my therapy, is online, just because it's more convenient for me. So on their website, you fill out a questionnaire. They'll match you with a therapist. If you don't end up like vibing with that therapist, there's no fee or anything to change. And they'll match you with a therapist in as little as a couple days. They have over 30,000 licensed therapists too. So lots of different options with lots of like different backgrounds and specialties. And especially with it being the new year, if you've thought about therapy at all, this is a great time to get started just with like new habits and things that everybody likes to do at the beginning of the year. And I do have a link that's going to be in the description. It's betterhelp.com/Aspyn. That will get you guys a 10% off of your first month. So definitely check that out if you've been interested in therapy. I really think that like basically everyone can benefit from therapy. So anyways, let me go to my TikTok now, because I said we were going to have this little car chat discussion, and I said you guys could like ask questions on this video too. Normally I get questions from Instagram stories, but today we're doing it from TikTok. It's not even just questions, it's kind of just, this is literally just random yappy car chat about dating as a single mom. Not even just as a single mom, that's honestly not even how I think of myself. I think of myself as dating for the first time literally ever, because I have dated one person ever. I married that person and was with that person since I was literally like 17 years old. Genuinely feel like I have no experience dating at all, and it's really been interesting to be able to date other people now, obviously, because I'm not married anymore. Like, it is a what's the word? It's a lot. I don't know if anything I say in this video is gonna make sense. This is just like, turn on this video and listen to this video as you're like doing chores or something, because we're just yapping. We're not really like doing anything very productive right now. So this is just background noise for you guys. But I have said on TikTok, when I've talked about it, that I cannot see myself like introducing someone to my kids as like a step-parent figure. I feel like my kids have gone through enough trauma. And again, I don't talk a lot about like my kids and my actual divorce or like what that looks like, or people ask about custody or how did I tell them or things like that. I don't answer those questions just for their privacy. So again, this is just from my perspective, like as a mom trying to figure this out, but also just as a girl. I'm just a girl. I'm just trying to figure out literally my entire life. But I just cannot see like ever wanting to mix my dating life with my family. And a lot of people, after they get divorced, they like want to get remarried again, and they wouldn't mind like blending families or something like that. But I might change my mind. I'm acknowledging that right now. But how I feel in the moment is that I could not date someone with kids. Maybe I could, but like I don't want to ever, I cannot raise someone else's children. I just can't. Like, I have enough in my life. Maybe I'll eat my words one day and feel differently. Obviously, if I took on that challenge, I would have to like let go of this mentality that I have and like really accept it and be there for that child or those children. But how I feel at the moment, because we're documenting my feelings, is maybe someone could have kids, but like I don't want to mix that. I don't want, like, when I have free time, I want to hang out with them, like with the person that I'm dating, and then that's all. Like, I don't want to ever, I don't even think, you guys, I am like literally so traumatized. Like, I cannot imagine sharing my room with someone ever again. Never, ever, 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 ever. Never again will I share my room, my bathroom, my closet. I can't. I think it would be funny also to just see how I feel later down the line, because I'm like so dead set in these thoughts right now, and it could be a year from now that I literally am like married again somehow. Don't let that happen to me. Do not let me do that. I don't want to do that. I'm a little spirally, so we're just kind of documenting the spiral for now, and then we can either laugh later or be like, wow, she was onto something. But I cannot imagine, you guys, I can't imagine, like, I want to keep my dating life separate from my kids. Even if I got serious with someone, I'm like, I'm not saying they couldn't like meet my kids or whatever, but like, I don't want to be like, I don't want to have like a step parent that lives in the home. Like, I just think about for myself, I would have hated that. I would have had so many issues with that. I would have been like, you're not my dad. You're not going to tell me what to do. I'm not going to listen to you. And I'm probably going to go out of my way to do things you tell me not to do. That's just me at my core. I talked about that in a video, and someone said, you can keep it separate, but not hidden. Let them know they're the most important, meeting my kids. If or when there's someone special enough, you can introduce them. I've been there, and it doesn't have to be complicated. Okay, wait, this is actually a good one. This is giving me hope, because some of the comments were making me stressed out. But she said, it doesn't have to be complicated or messy. Communication is key at an age-appropriate level. Trust yourself and don't overthink. Okay, wait, I feel like this actually just solved everything. I hadn't read this comment. This is good, and I feel better. I'm healed. Another person said, as a child of divorce, a messy one at that, I would have preferred that my parents kept their dating life separate from their time with me. That is how I feel. Like, when I'm with my kids, I don't want somebody else there. Like, that is my time for me and my girls. Like, what are you doing here? You don't need to be here. And I understand, it's a lot of people said like, oh, when you love someone, you want them involved in like all parts of your life, which I can understand that, but I just think about my time with my kids, and I'm like, why would a man be there? Why would a man be there? Why would a man be there? I mean, seriously, like, no. Also, if you haven't caught up on my TikTok, I don't really like men very much. It's not really my vibe now that I'm single. People also, of course, ask about Parker. So then I'm like, do I be annoying and acknowledge the question but not answer it? Or do I just not acknowledge it? Like, what should we do? What's our preferred method. People ask like, oh, do you and Parker have the same dating rules when it comes to your kids? Does Parker feel weird about you dating? Blah, blah, blah. We just aren't discussing. So I will acknowledge that I understand people are curious, but you guys can ask him if you want. Like, I just am in a place where we're moving on. 2025 is new energy. We're talking about me. I don't want to talk about that. Samantha said, this may be cheesy, but you'll know who's worthy of knowing about your babies. I also feel like this is true. I really do feel like I have good intuition about this, but again, it's so early. Are you dating people you know from online or more regular people? How do you navigate talking about the lore? The thing about me is that I am literally such an open book. Like, I don't share a lot of everything online just because that's not the same as like meeting someone in person and like talking about your life. But I would lay everything out on the table on the first date, even before the first date. If we just like met and we're like vibing, I tell anybody anything. I probably maybe could be a little bit more private, but like I honestly, why would I do that? Like, why would I waste my time not just laying it all out? Because if I lay it all out and you're scared or you're not interested, I want to know that right away. I don't want to waste my time. So there's a lot of, I mean, I've met lots of different people. I think all of the people that I've talked to, literally right away, I've been like, so here's my life. They've all been interested. So that says something about me because my life is really crazy and they have wanted to talk to me anyway. What's the most fun date you've been on and what did you do? Okay, so I always get kind of confused on like what is a date, because if I go out to dinner with someone and they pay or whatever, it's like you could say that's a date, but sometimes we're not like, oh, we're going out on a date tonight. It's just like, oh, we're gonna go to dinner. It's like more casual, so then in my mind it's not a date. I did a dating wrapped video on TikTok if you guys saw that, and I went through and recapped my dating year for like 2024. Whatever I said in the video was like accurate, but thinking about it now, I can't remember what I said, but I think I went on, did I go on like three? I don't remember. I'm trying to think of what the most fun date that I went on was, because it wasn't really a date. It was like a trip. And so I think that was the most fun, but I don't think I would call that a date. How often do you go on dates? Weekly, once a month? It's like I went on a date and then now we just like hang out. But then she asked me on a date again today. But I hang out with her all the time. So I'm like, see, it's like, I don't know what to call what. So I don't know how to answer this question. How often do I actually go on dates? I think not often. Somebody said when you fall in love, you want them in every part of your life. I agree. I know you're right, but I just can't picture like ever wanting somebody to be around my children. Like, I just want quality time with them. And then I want to fill my free time with fun. If you met someone who felt really right, would you make them your lifelong partner? Like, have them move in and be a part of your life? Like I just said, I cannot imagine living with someone that like makes me actually have like heart palpitations or something. Like, I can't imagine wanting to do that. I would love if they lived next door and had their own house. I'm not opposed to a life partner. I am opposed to getting legally married because the trauma of going through a divorce. Obviously, I wouldn't be with someone ever thinking that I would get divorced again, but like, it happens. Like, I didn't get married thinking that I would be divorced, you know? Like, people don't plan for that, and you never know how people are gonna like change or what life is gonna throw at you or whatever. So I just cannot put myself in a position where I would have to get legally divorced again. So would I have a life partner? Sure. Because of my trauma, I need to be able to run away. So I will not be getting legally married. Would you prefer to date another parent so they understand? Honestly, no. I would prefer to date someone who doesn't have kids, and I guess maybe doesn't want kids because I'm not gonna have more kids. So I don't really know exactly how that works. I'm being a little delusional, I think, but what are some traits you'd really look for in a partner? They have to be, oh my gosh, so many things. We need to have the same sense of humor. That is important to me this time around. There's other more important stuff, but I need to be able to trust them. Trust is so big. Like, love cannot exist without trust. So if there's no trust there, if they're not dependable, not even, I feel like trust it's in so many ways. It's like, are you lying to me about something? But also just the trust of like, if you're supposed to take care of it, can I count on you to like take care of it? Like, I can trust that you're gonna get it done. Somebody who is, I'm like traumatized even thinking of like all these things. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna like literally have to cut half this out because I'm just being a drama queen, but maybe I'll leave it in so you guys can see how mentally unwell I am right now. Somebody who just like is proactive and like does things, they have to be like type A. Like, I don't really believe right now that opposites attract for me. For other people that can work, but I need someone who's very similar to me, I have decided, because otherwise it just ain't gonna work. Are you having fun with dating? Have you been on any bad dates, or is it mostly just fun? Hope you're having the time of your life. Thank you, Grace. I am having fun. Like I said, I'm in denial that I'm like dating. Like, that word just doesn't resonate with me, but maybe because I haven't like really ever done that before. But I haven't been on any bad dates. I've been very lucky with like the couple people that I've talked to, so no bad dates. I feel like I'm pretty good about not putting myself in a position where it would be a bad date. Like, if I give you my time, I probably think pretty highly of you because I don't give my time to a lot of people. Lizzie said, what is your type? What is the vibe of guy you have been going for? Not guys, but also I don't really know what my type is, but it's been interesting to have a crush on someone and be like, wait, I did not think I would be attracted to like these specific things about you, but I am. Okay, this is a good question. A couple people asked like some kind of version of this, but it's, do you plan to keep your kids away from who you're dating until it may be serious? This is where I want people to tell me their experiences, because in my mind, and I've also talked to a therapist about this, in my mind it's not that serious if someone like met my kids, like just literally met them, especially if it was a girl. I feel like that's different than like with guys. Maybe it's not, but I feel like introducing someone as your partner, introducing them with the intention of like they will be in your kids' lives for a long time, like as a partner, as whatever, that is different to me than if it was just like a casual like, oh, technically they've like met my kids, you know? Because especially again, if it's a girl, it's like it could be any friend. Like my kids have met lots of friends that I have that maybe like aren't in our lives quite as much anymore because we just like don't see each other, we moved far away. It's not that serious to me. Like there's gonna be people in and out of our lives throughout your whole life. Like that's kind of just how life goes sometimes. Like yes, you have your constant people, but like everybody has people that are in your life for one chapter and then they're not in there. And obviously it is that serious to me in a sense of like my kids, I want stability for them, but I would love to hear from people like what that was like if your parent casually introduced you to people, because this is where I get really stressed out and I'm like, I don't want to like mess up my kids somehow. I'm trying to figure out how to like have my cake and eat it too, because I don't want to step parent for them. I don't want somebody ever living in our house. I don't want to ever make my kids be like uncomfortable, but I still want to be able to like experience my life, but then I want my kids to like, they're my top priority. So it's like, how do I do it all? I don't really know. Kind of answered this one, but it says, would you like to meet a partner that already has kids and in the future have a blended family? No, I genuinely cannot see myself doing that at all. I just could not imagine raising someone else's children. I just can't. Have you read the Lesbian Master Doc? I actually looked it up the other day. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't like that well written to the point where I couldn't like take it seriously. Just like the grammar and the things about it, I was like, it didn't feel very like professional to me. I don't know the history behind it, but somebody was like, oh, you should read that, and I was like, oh, maybe that will like tell me something about myself. But I only read the first little bit because I was just like, I can't really take this very serious when it's like not written in a professional way. Not professional, but like I feel like there was some typos and stuff. Like it just didn't really hit for me. When dating someone new, do you tell them what you do for a living, or how do you go about explaining to them that you keep your privacy / sense of normalcy? Everybody that I've talked to like knows what I do for a living, and again, I'm a very open book, like especially to people in my real life. Like I just lay it all out on the table because I'm like, why not? I don't care. People also have asked if I make people sign like NDAs. I don't, because I just have nothing to like hide. I don't know. Obviously I do like to have my privacy, but like me sharing my life online and keeping certain things private is not the same. I don't view it the same as like what I will like tell people. I don't know why, but I just don't. I think that's gonna be it for now. This really was just stream of consciousness of me navigating life as a 28-year-old mom who is divorced and has literally only ever dated like one person and doesn't know what she's doing. So I don't know. I know some of you guys are in like similar positions to me kinda, so it's nice to like relate on stuff. But hope you guys enjoyed this. I think this will be it for the vlog because I just yapped for like ever and ever and ever. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.